As that come out, we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
I'll give you a nod.
Hi, this is Ken from KelownaGardens.com, and we're just on the garden tour here today, and we're just looking at this beautiful garden. There's some beautiful plants here. There's a lovely perennial geranium here. Many people think that the geraniums are plants that we put in our hanging baskets, or they're annuals. So there's many different types of perennial geraniums that are very hardy and lovely. This is one that blooms quite early in the season, and it finishes off usually by about the end of June or so. But many of the new varieties, one called Roseanne is a real winner. Actually, it tends to bloom pretty much right through the season. So they're coming out with better and better perennial geraniums. That's quite nice. We move down the row here to another beautiful plant in bloom, and this is one of the Lamium families, and I believe this one is called, I believe this is pewter, pink pewter. There's so many varieties and they're very similar. It's hard always to tell the exact variety, but you can see the bloom on this. This is a plant that creeps around quite a bit. Very easy to grow, and it doesn't have a lot of water requirements. We move a little bit further down the row. We got this beautiful geum, nice bright orange geum. And these plants are quite nice. They're very free form. They don't really have a real solid form. They're just kind of again, free form. But I love that color. Orange, I think, is one of the best colors in the garden to use. Here we move down to see some sedums. Beautiful sedum. This is called Sedum kamchaticum. It's one of the better varieties I find. I love even just these seed heads. After they bloom the yellow, they turn to that nice orange-red seed head. You'll see some dianthus here, even some abricias are still in bloom today. And here's a beautiful arabis plant. It's finished blooming. Arabis is earlier. If you plant the abricias and the arabis near each other, you can definitely, you can guarantee the arabis is going to be earlier and the abricia is going to be a little bit later. Here's another beautiful dianthus. This one's called Fire and Ice. It's a really nice variety. Very nice with this Campanula birches hybrid right beside it. It's a really nice combination there. Works really well. A few other sedums. This is another sedum here that's just about to burst into bloom. It's just covered in buds, so this one's a little later than the Kamchaticum variety. Of course, the lavenders are awesome. They're just on the verge of bloom. Probably just one more sunny day and they'll just burst into color, so it's a really good plant. Of course, in the sunny Okanagan, lavenders just go without saying. They're just beautiful, easy to grow plants. The Stella d'Oro daylilies just coming on. They're just starting to bloom now. It's about mid-June, and the Stella d'Oros are one of the plants that really kicks up quite early in June. Depending on the weather, if it's warmer, they would have been a bit earlier. This year has been a bit cooler, so they're just coming on. But they'll bloom right through strong until the end of August. So Stella d'Oro, highly recommended, and goes really nicely with the lavender. So they're both just coming into bloom at the same time. You see the beautiful buds on there. So just in the background here, some of the Weigela families. There's a few different types of Weigelas in this garden, but this particular one, I believe it's Wine and Roses, but I could be wrong. It looks like Wine and Roses. So it's got that purplish foliage with some rich pink flowers when they're in bloom. So as you can see, it's a beautiful garden. There's lots to see here. Lovely peony flora plena up in the background there, still in bloom. Peonies, you get early varieties and late varieties. This particular one is just a little bit later, so it's still doing its thing. So that's it for today at the Garden Tour. My name's Ken Salville, and thanks for tuning in to KelownaGardens.com.